Okay, my story. First of all, I should say that I started traveling not so long ago. The first trip abroad was just 5 years ago when I turned 30. So I can't say that I am an experienced traveler, but I am definitely addicted to it. Uh, as I use every opportunity to get away from it all and go on vacation. So I remember I was just told that once you've traveled, you won't be able to stop, and that what actually happened to me. Um, and No matter if it is a 2 weeks tour somewhere abroad or just a weekend to get away and have a good time. Uh, I would like to be able to afford spontaneous trips, but unfortunately, traveling costs a lot, and you have to plan everything in advance, especially if you want to travel more than once a year. And that is why I can't just come up with an idea, pack my bags and set off. No. Moreover, I have during the year I have 4 months of work, and I usually plan my trips when I don't have much work. Actually, it wouldn't be reasonable to set off for holidays when I have an opportunity to earn money and stay at home when I don't have lessons during the summer holidays, for example, or New Year holidays. So that is why I plan all my trips in advance. Mm, what else? I usually opt for ready-made package holidays. We went to Egypt, Turkey, and Thailand, and just to have a good rest and to enjoy the sun and the sea. And I don't like to be responsible for all this paperwork to fill in the forms when I need to apply for a visa, and I would let somebody do this for me, a tour operator or a person who is responsible for my trip. Moreover, I don't like to do the research on the internet and spend hours looking for some better prices for the plane tickets, or it seems to me that, for example, the choice of the hotels is so big that it's very difficult to choose something worthwhile. So I just have a tour operator who can give me good advice and suggest me some good hotels and better prices for the tours. Mm, I don't really like when all the meals are included into the tour, cause you don't have freedom and you are sticked to the timetable, and as it turned out, for example, when we went to China for New Year holidays, we didn't feel like waking up early to make it for breakfast, so we skipped it quite often, and every now and then we just preferred to have enough sleep and then go somewhere for lunch in the nearest cafe, and that's it. That is why I can't say that I'm the person who can give you some good tips how to plan your trip, because I've never done it on my own, and I wouldn't like to do it, especially in case I have a group of students with me when we go abroad to study English, because it's a great responsibility and I just don't want to do it. And I hardly ever choose the places to visit in advance. I mean, like surfing the internet, looking through some sightseeing, and trying to choose the best places to visit. Because when you get to the place, there is usually a guide who can provide you with all the necessary information, give you some brochures to read, and choose the excursions that you want to have and places you want to visit, and that's it. I travel on a budget, so I don't try to save some money if I want to travel. I just see how much I have and try to plan everything according to the budget and the amount of money I have on me. Uh, I wouldn't say that I am a choosy traveler who just needs everything to be perfect. It's good when you have a transfer from the airport to the place where you want to stay, because you are usually tired after a long flight and don't want to just solve this problem and look for a place where you can rent a car or hail a taxi. It's good when somebody is waiting for you and is ready to give you a lift. And when the thing that is really important for me is a clean room, and that's it actually. The opportunity to take a shower and good and comfortable bed, actually that's it. Even a good view is not really important, because when you travel you don't chill out in your hotel room enjoying the view from the window. You look around the city, visit some places, and enjoy your trip, and spend a lot of time out of your hotel room. You just come back to your room late in the evening when you are quite tired, and the only thing you want is just to take a shower and to drop off, and that's it. It's good when you travel with some friends, when they keep you company and you spend evenings like sitting on the balcony, sipping wine, chatting. But if you have a good company, the view doesn't matter also. Um, uh, I actually have never experienced some problems while traveling. That is why maybe I say that some things are not important. I remember my parents went to Vietnam, and they told us that there was a new hotel being built next to their hotel where they stayed, and it turned into a nightmare because there was just loud noise from early morning till late evening, and they couldn't have a good rest, and they couldn't sleep as long as they want. I wouldn't like to have such an experience, and I think that such a trip can turn into a nightmare actually. Mm, what else? Um, I can't understand people, who buy extra suitcase to stuff it with tons of fruit and bottles of alcohol, or buy a lot of new clothes when they travel. It depends actually the purpose of your traveling. If you go somewhere abroad to a hot country to enjoy the sun and the sea, just enjoy the time, and it's not the last day of your life, so you don't need to stuff all your bags with tons of food to bring it back home. Mm, Language is essential for me. I feel pity for people who can't explain what they want, can't solve the problems. They need to give a performance using gestures to be able to explain what they want. But however, some people think that those who pay the piper call the tune, and they just expect that people abroad would be able to speak Russian wherever they go, like in a restaurant, at the reception, in a shopping mall. But eventually, it's their problem if they have a lack of knowledge and can't speak English, and in the end, it's their responsibility. Actually, they won't be able to enjoy the time, to learn something new, to experience everything they want if they don't know the language. So I remember when we decided to visit China for holidays, I was a bit worried because I was told that Chinese people don't speak much English, and I don't know Chinese, and mm, I just couldn't imagine how it would be. But everything was okay. It turned out that all the tour guides can speak Russian, so we could enjoy all the excursions, and we were able to understand everything. And if you go somewhere for lunch or for dinner, if you go shopping and want to buy something, it's not a problem, because at the menus they have pictures of the dishes, and you can just point on the picture and choose what you want for lunch, and they use they can just write you the full price on the piece of paper, and it won't be a problem. So but I wouldn't like to have this um, lack of possibilities, because I don't know the language.